What's going on, fellow ghosts, gamerheads, anime nerds, and renegades? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Raven37 Actual, aka Raven37 Actual Fool. That's 2 zeros, not O's, aka Mr. O Minds in the chat, aka Raven. And tonight, we back with another doubleheader video. I took a little break yesterday because I wanted to make sure I got some IRL shit done, but we got that taken care of. And tonight, we are diving back into our Inpatient series where we cover the whole album from the most recent drops to the ones we covered originally. We're going to be reviewing them all, but tonight we're going to be taking a look at Me and My Monster and Silence. And I, once again, don't know anything pertaining to these songs. I chose these two songs specifically just based off of the titles, and I'll explain the reason for that. If it's your first time watching the channel, basically what I do is I play two or react to two music videos, and I offer my insights and commentary based off of relatable notions and things within the songs, aspects, things of that nature. And then I also try to draw some sort of parallel between the two songs that I cover in each video. And the videos that we're going to look at today are Silence Visualizer and Me and My Monster Visualizer. And the reason I chose these two is because generally, like, what Me and My Monster, the title makes me think about is like the dark side of Hyran. Um, and a lot of times when you have to face your monster, quote unquote, is when you are faced with silence. So when there's nothing else to distract you and you're just sitting around and it's just you and your thoughts. That's typically when you have to face your monster. So that's the reason why I chose these two songs. I don't know if it'll be relatable in that kind of way, but that was my thought logic. I do appreciate everybody who tuned into the last video. It's like 41 views, and I just really enjoy chatting with you guys about your own perspectives of Dr. Myers and Mason Jars in the comments. Whether or not it was your favorite or not so much, uh, you guys always offer your insights and your opinions, and I really appreciate that genuinely. So we're gonna do the same thing tonight, man. We about to go ahead and dive into what I think, yeah, Me and My Monster first, and we're gonna do Silence second. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the videos. But as I always like to say, if you took the time to watch this video or any of my other videos, thank you very much for watching. But without further ado, here we go. Inpatient, Ren, Chris Webby, Me and My Monster. Let's get it.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. So I let the monster out the cage. Something's in the water, at least that's what I blame. I can feel a monster that wants to escape, scratching on my insides. No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my brain, crawling on my windpipe. Wake the beast, time to meet your maker. So let me get the first thing first. I was curses birth.
See, well, first I would like to address is just the beat is really, it really reminds me of like early Eminem. The way the beat sounds is like very boom bapish, and I really like the beat choice. But the the themes within like the first few bars and the first few verses are definitely indicative of a person that's like I like to say, we're our own worst critics and things of that nature, and it's very much self-critical and things of that nature. Saying I'm a freak of nature, and um, it's definitely a feeling of not belonging, right? And we sort of all feel like that. We all feel. I noticed a common thread that a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, feel as though they are the black sheep within their family or within their friend group or you know, a lot of people feel that way. And that's not to say that they aren't. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't watching you. But what it does say is that we're more alike than we think, because we think, damn, nobody going through. I mean, nobody's like different like I am, and nobody is, weirdo like I am. Because I'm guilty of that same line of thinking. Like, I will be honest with you, but at the end of the day, like, this sort of tells us that we're not as alone as we think, because both Ren and Chris Webby are espousing the same sort of train of thought. And so, I don't know. It's just, we gonna re-listen to it again just because I was preaching so much. But yeah, I definitely like the intro with the beat drop. You guys let me know what you thought of the intro in the comments.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. So I let the monster out the cage. Something's in the water, at least that's what I blame. I can feel a monster that wants to escape, scratching on my insides. No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my brain, crawling on my windpipe. Wake the beast, time to meet your maker. So let me get the first thing first. I was cursed since birth. I was born with Nostradamus like prophecies, words of fate. Pain shaped and the pain makes me not think straight. Brain checkmate, need restraint, substance still chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought. Cause it's all for morbid, more highly strong. And the soul is tortured, more highly strong from a new supported. And the more I want, more I feel awkward, like I'm caught in the storm. And I'm lost to orbit, and from dusk till dawn as the force that forces itself to the surface. It's coming, it hurts, it is murderous, merciless monster that's lurking. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely a sense of battling that inner darkness that I think we all sort of have, that moral line that we have to draw within ourselves that says, this is where I will or won't go. I believe that just like every human has the capacity for great good things, equally every human has the capacity for great bad things, to put it bluntly. And so there is a necessity for us to um in order to form a communal society, we have to fight back against baser nature that says, the strongest survives and take what you want and kill the rest and all this stuff. There's social and moral norms that sort of restrict um the way that we're able to think about resolving issues, whereas those standards and practices may make a person feel like they are in themselves unique and something's off, and that I'm not like everybody else, when that's definitely not the case. Because like I said, everybody has a dark side, just like everybody has a capacity for good, great. Everybody has a capacity for evil. What's the difference between you and a motherfucker sitting on death row for murder? One, what is this? One really bad day. That's it. So there is that darkness in everyone. Um, and I just say that to say it's not as unique to have that. What's important is to acknowledge it, just like Ren does in Hi Ren. Acknowledge it and say, I get that you're a part of me, but I also have this part of me that, I'm going to lean more into. And so it's definitely a choice that you have to make, although it may be, albeit a very difficult choice to make. It's still a choice that you can make. But point blank, something's off, I'm not okay that's pretty much like the status quo of every single person walking around on the earth right now. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not as narcissistic as to think I'm the only person that feels this way. And you guys let me know down in the comments if y'all feel like uncanny sometimes, if that makes sense. Like something, like it looks normal on the surface, but something's just not quite right. You guys let me know down in the comments because I'm definitely curious to see what your thoughts are on that. But yeah, we're gonna proceed.
Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my bloodstream, rushing through my veins.
Yeah.
Feel him as he creeps through the halls in my brain.
Yeah.
And he's always hungry, gotta keep him fed.
Yeah.
The years spent trying to expel him from in my head. He started under the bed till he made himself a home in the furthest depths of my psyche, to the marrow in my bones.
Damn.
That shadow that I cast, that reflection in the glass. He's that static in the silence telling me I'm not alone. In my DNA and that double helix, he lead the way and I fucking feel it's too late to make a vacate. Chained to my fate, maybe I'm crazy or that my fucking spirit is just plain weak for letting him win. Or maybe destiny that we spend the rest of our natural lives together. Why fight each other? Cause in the end I've felt an emptiness that's following me since a kid. But he was there to claim the occupancy. A lifetime later, right back where I started, you see. Till the credits roll, still it's just my monster in me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage.
Ooh. That's really like epic sounding. And it cuts to black. No, definitely a relatable song for me. Because like I said, and it's not even just about appearances. Like it's not even about wanting to appear to be a good person. It's actually wanting to be a good person, but knowing that you have the capacity to do bad shit, but making the choice to wake up every day and try to be better. Like that's what it's more so about. And that song, aside from like the elements of high ran that I elucidated to within the song, it really made me think of Fear from by NF. It really gave me traces of Fear because it was definitely sort of that um first person addressing of one's own dark side within the form of a song, and also sort of that acceptance of the darkness, whereas before it may have been, as Ren described it, like a pendulum swaying from the darkness to the light, uh is more coming to terms with it, like the end of Hiran, where he's like, you're going to exist, but I'm also going to exist as in this form as hope, you know. So there was definitely this element of acceptance of the darkness within oneself. And like I said, it is not as unique as we all feel like it is. It's not unique to have dark thoughts. It's not unique to be capable of bad things. But what is unique is being extremely capable of doing, especially doing wrong and gaining from it and choosing not to. It's especially difficult to do that. So I think one way to win that battle, is to accept that we have the capability to do these negative things, but make the choice to not to. But you guys let me know what you think of Me and My Monster down in the comments. Me and My Monster is definitely my own indecisiveness and self-criticism. I struggle with it a lot, and especially in the down times when I'm not like streaming or making videos and stuff like that. It's definitely a feedback loop, and when the feedback loop is absent, then it's definitely when the thoughts and second guessing and stuff get to creeping in, just like they said in the video. But you guys let me know what you think of Me and My Monster, the song, and if you have any relatable comments relating to the song, definitely, or my commentary, definitely let me know down in the comments. But with that, we're about to move over to our second song, but I'm not sure we've watched this video. Let's see what the name of it is. Watch Out? No, we ain't watched that. So we're just going to save it to the watch later playlist. Oh no, it was already on the watch later playlist. Almost messed up. All right, but yo, my bad. Yeah, this definitely gave me Taylor Jenny and Screech vibes. Like that could be Richard right over there standing on the left, or the guy talking to the girl. But I doubt this song is going to um. It may touch on some similar sort of uh real life uncomfortable topics, but I don't think it's going to be related to Jenny and Screech. But it's just the first thing that it made me think of, just because of the setting and the police officers present. But this is Silence by Ren and Chris Webby. We're gonna go ahead and check it out. Let's give it a go. We're gonna throw it a like. And as a matter of fact, I forgot to like. What's going on here? Are you guys really? Sorry. I had to do this while I was thinking about it. Alright, we're good. Okay. Boom.
The sound of silence, it sounds so sweet, precipitating violence on these Brighton streets. Tommy Boy wears down like 15 Stellas on his ones like a cappella. The beginning of the end, this night was Alpha and Omega. Necker, Jaeger, bomb invader, stomach lining, vodka chaser. Drunken and disorderly, no ordinary behavior. He was fucking smashed, to put it lightly. Stumbles off his stool and calls the barmaid not politely. Dicey glances from security, certainly they get lively. Waiting for a reason to leave Tommy Boy untidy. What a state you
So this, I predicted that it wouldn't be similar to Jenny and Screech, but it actually does have traces or reminiscent of Vincent's Tale, to be honest with you. We got Tommy here getting fucking 15 Stellas in is fucking insane. That by itself is fucking insane. Like, you running back and forth to the bathroom and you are probably too shit faced to make it. 15 Stellas in and he's doing other shit. Yeah, he's quite untidy, as Ren said. So definitely a story being told. So it's cool to see us being drawn back into the Reniverse, so to speak. And I wonder how Chris Webby is going to introduce himself into it. But let's go continue hearing the story of Tommy.
not politely, dicey glances from security, certainly they get lively. Waiting for a reason to leave Tommy Boy untidy. What a state you barred, mate. Procedure, he vacates the place to meet his dealer. Fetch a gram of white, a side of reefer. A shaky fate awaits the shady geezer. I need a couple of everything: ecstasy, cocaine and ketamine, nitrous amphetamine, masculine hit and a little blue pill so my dude stays stiff. Wasted, Tommy gets white boy wasted. That's white on the gums, can't taste it. Neck and knee then gun till your face shift. This adjacent to the pavement. Stumble down Brighton pavement like it's fear and loathing in Vegas. There's a yank on the sidewalk pacing, so Tommy squares up like silence.
Damn.
Sounds so sweet.
I know just based off of the visualizer where the video seems to be apparently going. Somebody has apparently been injured or quite possibly unalived. But just the combination of stuff that he said ketamine, ecstasy, white powder, just like, don't get me wrong, I'm not judging, to each your own. And a lot of those things, that he said on the list, I can honestly say I've done that in the past, but not on top of each other, back to back to back. Like, it's like I said, it's choices we have to make. And this is obviously Tommy's darkness is drugs. And he has apparently allowed that darkness in, and it has completely consumed him. Like, the combination of shit that he is alleged to have been on, I don't see him surviving the night. I mean, we started off with 15 Stellas, and then we got white powder, ecstasy, ketamine, and a whole bunch of other things that went by way too quickly. So yeah, just based off of that, a person could not make it through the night. But you know, people, life is way more resilient than we give it credit for. Cause people survive some shit that they I know from experience. People survive some shit they should have expired from, and this this video is going to it seems like it's going to go to a sensitive place. Let's go ahead and see what Tommy's next steps are. Precipitating violence.
Timothy was in the UK only for a few days. Had a business conference Monday night, but then on Tuesday he went to see the sights and Ubered out to Brighton before he had that return flight to Staten Island. And you see now Timmy had the wife and kids at home, so recent years he left to drink alone. But he's a whole ocean away, and when in Rome, what could go wrong? Was the mindset that he had that evening. Just one quick drink before leaving, ordered a dirty martini, soaked in the sights he was seeing. Had to go and hit that water closet, and he had himself one hell of a piss. Walked back to the bar, left a real good tip, and he saw that his drink had a few more sips. So he drank it down and then walked outside, not knowing that he would be in for a ride. Cause all of a sudden he feels like he's high and his vision is blurring and he don't know why. Roofy, Timmy got date rape roofy, like that Hangover movie. And now he's in for a doozy, feeling woozy. And he
Damn.
He could barely stand upright when he ran into some British dickhead looking to fight. So Timmy squared up like silence.
So we got Timmy and Tommy. Tommy's darkness was drugs. It seemed as though Timmy's darkness was drinking, and that I can 120% relate with. And to anybody who on the road to recovery, or maybe suffering from addiction in one way, shape, or form, and you making a choice to fight against that darkness, just know you have my full support, and just know you're not suffering that alone. Every day is a battle, and it's just that easy to lose the entire fight and have to start back over from zero, because he's been on the wagon for who knows how long, and he just decides when in Rome, because I'm on vacation, I'm gonna take insights and I'm gonna have me a drink, just because that's what everybody doing over here. They're drinking, and that's literally how easy it is to fall off. And so, to anybody who might be, suffering that particular darkness, just know you're not alone. You're not suffering in silence, even though that's the name of this song. And you have a choice. Just try to remember that. I know shit can get really tough, and we have to walk by this shit and see all the advertisements for it about how, and I get it. It desensitizes you. It makes shit suck just a little bit less. But at the end of the day, you wake up the next day and ain't shit changed, and you're a little bit worse for wear. So just know despite the name of the song, you're not suffering in silence if you are dealing with these sorts of darknesses like Timmy and Tommy in this song. But enough of my yapping. Let's go ahead and see how these it seems like these two fellas might be on a path to intersecting with each other. But we're gonna find out more as we continue. Let's go.
It sounds so precipitating violence on these Brighton streets.
On a fateful night, on a Brighton street, two lost souls they face and meet. One deranged on booze, and the other spiked with GHB. So face to face with bloodshot eyes, they sow the seeds of their demise. On this Brighton street, where the darkness looms, these two young men will meet their doom.
Swing on punch, I dip and duck, get fucked, head butt. Whoa, what the fuck? You Yankee cunt. Wait, I've been drunk. Well, I guess that makes two of us. No, really, man. Wait, hear me out. Just come a little closer. Ow, you sneaky prick. Oh, you like that shit? Free dental care. My tooth is shit. They were fucked up anyways. You're a brick. Nah, classic American culturalist. We are the culture. Suck my dick and then wash it down with some Ozempic. Wait, what? Your people are fat and dumb. Oh, yeah? Well, at least we got guns. Ever since 1781, we've been on top. Lad, all you done? Not yet, you fuck. Here's an uppercut. But I'm ducking down and I struck his gut and I grab his coat and I pick him up. But we both fell down because I kicked his nuts. Get off me, you prick. I can't. I'm stuck. I can't see straight. No, really, get off. Cause fuck, we're about to get hit by this bus. Silence. It sounds so sweet, precipitating violence at these streets. The sound of silence, it sounds so precipitating on these Brighton streets. Nah, fuck it, I'm done.
Nah, fuck it. He done. Wow. That was definitely I would put that up there with Taylor Jenny and Screech just because it's one of those songs that you vibing along to, and then you listen to the lyrics as you listen to the lyrics, and you just like, damn, this is fucked up. Like, but I think they really nailed all of the stereotypes of Brits and Americans really well. Um, you know, talking about Ozempic, how Americans are fat and we got our guns and Bible thumping, and I generally try to stay away from stereotypical thinking, but I think they portrayed it really well in a way that would, sound natural in a confrontation, such as that two people high out of their minds, one American, one Brit, and what I mean, they meet in the middle of the streets. And it's followed by, an altercation where they both get hit by a bus, and it's really sad, and it was really preventable. And both of these dudes were fighting their monsters, and they sort of simultaneously lost their fights. Whereas if one didn't lose their fight with their monster at that particular moment, maybe this doesn't get to the level that it got at. Maybe cooler heads prevail. But because they both, were in the depths of letting their darkness come out in the most egregious way possible, that they sort of collided in this way that just can't be taken back now because the bus. And if anything, it just to me it says to really appreciate every day, because you don't know what could happen tomorrow. And also, to anybody that has these sort of issues like I did, or like I do. I can't say did because I'm always be an addict, but that we can fall down, and we do, but the choice to be better is an eternal one, and it's one we have to continue making every day. And the the brutal reality of it is that if we make the choice to let that darkness out and let that monster in, then the abject end result could be utter silence. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you thought of my analysis of Silence and Me and My Monster down in the comments. And let me know what you thought of the videos. I thought, yeah, Silence was definitely up there on par with Jenny and Screech, just because in the span of 3 minutes, two people lost their lives over something that was completely preventable. But you guys, like I said, let me know what you thought of Silence and Me and My Monster down in the comments. And also let me know what you thought of my commentary. But if it's your first time watching, just know I appreciate the shit out of you. And if you are a returning viewer, I appreciate the shit out of you 2 times, because y'all are the ones that really bolster me to keep making these videos. So thank you very much. But if you did watch, if it is your first time watching the video and you did enjoy it for whatever reason, definitely recommend you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, make sure that bell notification is clicked or whatever, so the next time I drop another video, making sure or go live. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and wish all you guys a safe, happy, healthy morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're seeing this. And y'all already know, I'll catch you on the next one. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, click on one of these videos over here. But until next time, stay safe, stay frosty. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all already know. Actual out.